Greetings to you, music lovers, thrill seekers all across the fruited plain. It's time for yet another excursion into broadcast excellence, hosted by me, the indefatigable, undoubtable, indoubtable Rush Limbaugh behind the golden EIB microphone. Great to have you here. Telephone number 800-282-2882 and the email address lrushbaugh@eime.com. Martin Luther King endured unprecedented government surveillance. Who did that? That would be the Kennedy brothers that did that. It would be Robert Kennedy, who was the AG at the time, the Attorney General, and the President JFK. And they were surveilling, they were wiretapping, they were monitoring Martin Luther King. They had collected all the information that he was having affairs with numerous women. And they were stockpiling this stuff, along with J. Edgar Hoover over at the FBI. It's a bunch of Democrats collecting all of this surveillance, conducting the surveillance. Caroline Kennedy's dad, exactly, Caroline Kennedy's dad, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s dad, were monitoring, were wiretapping, bugging, if you will, the hotel rooms of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. I'd say, it's one of the amazing facts of history that the real segregationists in this country leading up to the Civil Rights Act of 1964 were Democrats, particularly Southern Democrats in the Senate. And, of course, they had their fair share of Southern Democrats in the House of Representatives as well. Somehow, it was never held against the Kennedys. Never. But they're the ones that were surveilling, wiretapping, bugging, and all of that. Anyway, folks, great to have you here. When does this thing start? Well, I know it started, but when does Obama show up? Because the news media, I called this yesterday. Every news story is about what is Obama going to do, and how is Obama going to do, and how's Obama going to turn this into something in his favor. Now, we opened yesterday talking about Syria, and I'm not going to spend a whole much more time on it. I do want to share with you a fascinating quote. To me, this is really fascinating, and it's not surprising, but to have it said is momentous. Now, I got this. I didn't see it on TV. I didn't have the TV on last night. I was reading John Fund today, I believe, at National Review Online. And the title of his piece is "The World Turned Upside Down Indeed." And his point here is about Obama and the Democrats ignoring Congress in whatever they do with Syria. And, of course, it points out the obvious hypocrisy. Back in 2002 and 2003, the Democrats demanding that Bush go through Congress, demanding that Bush go through the United Nations, demanding that there be a coalition. Oh, is that right? Obama expected to speak at 3 o'clock. Is that right? Well, what a strange coincidence. Holy cow. Barack Obama is scheduled to speak at 3 o'clock this afternoon. What happens at 3 o'clock, folks? This program. Somebody's not speaking at 3 o'clock, and that would be me. Unbelievable. I thought that Obama would, kick off at 1 o'clock or something like that. But no, Obama's at 3 o'clock. How about that, folks? Many people wonder what it's like to be me. Well, anyway, John Fund, National Review. All the hypocrisy going on. And, of course, everybody says, there's no hypocrisy. Don't worry about that. That was then, this is now. Obama didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know the way of the world back then. But now he does, Rush. Now he's learned. Now it's serious. Obama didn't know when he was criticizing Bush. He didn't know how the world worked. He didn't know the Middle East was a bunch of bad guys. He didn't know that Al-Qaeda was a bunch of bad guys. He didn't know all these various actors, groups, countries, and their hatred for the U.S. You don't understand it, Rush. Right, okay. Fund says that he was, he appeared last night with Lou Dobbs, Fox Business Network. And also on the show was Marianne Marsh. Marianne Marsh, she's from Boston. She's a Democrat consultant. Her clients have included the late Ted Kennedy and John Kerry. And she showed up, as every Democrat on every cable TV show does, with the latest Democrat talking points. And she dismissed any need for Obama to consult with Congress. In fact, she called the Congress this special Congress. And here is her full quote. There is a special Congress that we're dealing with right now, Lou, that has the lowest popularity rating in history. The Republicans are overwhelmingly opposing taking any action. The President of the United States cannot be handcuffed by the same Republicans that are holding the rest of the country hostage on every other issue. That's wrong. So what she was saying, well, the reason Obama doesn't go to Congress is because the Republicans run it. And the Republicans are illegitimate. The Republicans, nobody should have to deal with them. I mean, this is the same bunch of Republicans that are holding the rest of the country hostage on every other issue, Obamacare. I mean, why should the president have to deal with Congress? Constitution doesn't matter. The Republicans have become so illegitimate that the President of the United States and the Democrat Party are almost required to ignore them because they're Republicans. You know, but the Republicans running the Congress, the House of Representatives, the Republicans controlling it, delegitimizes the Congress. The Republicans dominating the House of Representatives means that the House of Representatives is not legit. It's unjust. This is what this means is that the attitude of the Democrat Party is that wherever there are Republicans, there's really simplistic here. They are so bad. They are so discriminatory. They are so racist. They're so bigoted. They're just such reprobates that we can't afford to let them have any say whatsoever in what's happening. Now, I'll tell you why this is a big deal to me. I know it's a talking point, but they believe this stuff. And the Republicans in Congress had better wake up and understand they're not. The Republican leadership is doing everything it can to forge friendships with these people. The Republican leadership is doing everything it can to agree with the Democrats on everything the Democrats want, and look what it's getting them. This is some of the most profound disrespect I have ever seen. This is worse than the way the Republicans were treated and viewed when Bob Michel was the House Republican leader in the wilderness years, the 40 years that the Democrats controlled the House prior to 1994. She said, this is a special Congress that we're dealing with right now. It's got the lowest popularity rating in history. The Republicans overwhelmingly oppose taking any action. Why should we go to them? The Republicans disagree with us. Why should we go to them? We're going to do what we want to do. We don't want to deal with people that can stop us. Constitution doesn't matter, Lou. We want to do what we want to do. We're going to do what we're going to do. And the Republicans would stop us. Well, why are we going to put up with that? To hell with them. And then unstated is, what are they going to do about it? And the answer is, come out even more so in favor of amnesty. So every effort the Republicans make to be liked, every effort they make to be supportive of what the Democrats want, look, they're looked at them. They're insects. They're no different than an anthill to be avoided when you're walking down the sidewalk. Well, we don't, in fact, it's not an anthill. It's a pile of dog manure. The Democrats are walking down the street. There's a pile of dog manure. That's the Republicans. Why are we going to go through that? We'll just sidestep it to get where we're going. Come on, Lou. I mean, it's the lowest rating in popular history for the Republicans. They oppose what we want to do. We can't be handcuffed by these people who are holding the country hostage on every other issue. And she says it with impunity. She says it on Fox without any fear that the audience is going to understand and reject it. She's basically saying that when we want to do what we want to do, there may as well not be a Congress. We don't have to deal with them.